Hello and welcome to the 19th BOH Cameronian Arts Awards on set. I am Sabrina Hassan and today I have with me the nominees for Best Group Performance Vocal in the music category. Welcome everybody! Congratulations on your nomination. So we were chatting about this earlier, right? And not everybody knows everybody at this table, right? So just wondering, how do we build a stronger and more cohesive community? Lynn, let's start with you.
I think it is important to want to know what's going on in the community. Although like what I said earlier, we tend to be busy with our own projects, one after another, and being busy is good, but if there's space to know what's going on outside of our little own world, that would be ideal. Although I would say as art practitioners, our priority is always focus on what we have, make our ends meet. So it's pretty hard to get outside of it. I think that's the most challenging part. Yeah. The scene is small. We'd like to take care of each other. And I do know that, some of us have challenging routes to go through. But yeah, it's a cycle, I think.
Get it? Yeah. Cindy, what do you think?
I think we have to attend the concert to support each other. Yeah, that's very important. Yeah, to get to know each other. Yeah.
But also, apart from attending, right? Because obviously as performers, we might not have the means to attend, all performances. So what is another way that we can network, do you think?
Being curious with other genres, I think it will help. So we are always in our own bubble because we are separating art into different genres. So if we are more open to accepting other genres and be more curious, and then you will want to find out more about what other people are doing, what other artists are doing.
Yeah, through social media.
Yeah. Yes, we have spoken about how social media is quite a powerful tool, in helping create awareness, in putting your name out there. Yeah. Fidi, what do you think?
Kena buat satu festival untuk musician gather saja. So everyone can see each other performance lah. Macam jam session.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. Shuri?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a jam session is quite good, and then maybe it's for some different genres. Let's say if you're doing pop or jazz, jamming is it might be more of a spontaneous thing. Yeah. But maybe for classical, it might be a little bit different. So it's
the compatibility.
Yeah.
Moving on to the performances that you're nominated for, right? For Dondang Dongeng, right? It's a modern take on traditional folk tales, right? How important do you think this production is, or these sorts of material is, for the younger generation, for the general public?
When I first heard of this show I got approached by Melina. When I first heard of it, I was like, wow, I'm totally on board, because I do think that when it comes to shows that are of identity representation, especially Malaysians, are super lack of. Yeah, we always take materials from abroad. I've got a friend that asked when I was promoting the show, oh, so where are your folk tales from? Is it Western or Chinese? I'm like, Malaysian. Oh, then he got, okay, I will come watch your show. So I'm glad that we are on the pathway of creating our stories. And I do think Malaysia is at that point where more and more people are writing for ourselves. Yeah, so definitely revisiting our history and our folktales. Kita pun kena buat banyak homework. Wow, when was the time that I last touched that topic about sang culture? I need to dig down. I need to remember the time when I watched TV. Wow, it's so deep down. So to bring it out to feel the relevance again was super interesting and precious, especially when we are on that moment sharing it with the children. Wow, we are, and then at that time we became like vessels. I'm like, oh, shoo! It's so overwhelming. Yeah.
Because you saw them enjoying it?
Yes, of course. They were like, wow, their eyes were open, they were engaged. And I think, I wouldn't say that there are none of these productions existing, ada juga. But if our goal is to make sure that these go through different generations, through us to them, then I do think that the later generations are able to vibrate with that frequency of, standing up for ourselves and being who we are as Malaysians.
And I think that consistency as well, like, of having more works developing, with these sorts of themes. Vidi, what do you think?
Benda tu bagus untuk kanak-kanak sekarang supaya cerita-cerita rakyat ni tak ditelan zaman lah. So, diorang tak lupa lah. Sebab dalam cerita rakyat ni banyak pengajaran untuk budak-budak sekarang lah.
Even you performed Lakme, is that right? Yes, you and
Chimei.
Chimei.
That's right.
You both performed Lakme. So
Yes.
how was that? How was that?
It was a duet from Lakme.
Mhm.
Yeah, a very famous duet called Flower Duet. And I think if you don't know this music, most people will know this music from the British Airways theme. Yeah, they use it in their advertisement. So that's how it got famous. Yeah, but other than that, it also has its own specialty in opera because it's written in French, but it is very oriental actually. Yeah.
So what were the challenges that, you might have faced in this particular song?
Challenges. Yeah, for mezzo soprano is always we need to keep the voice up and down, at the same time keep the clarity. Yeah, for me, my challenges is always the range. Yeah.
Also, when we are singing together, other than making sure that we are keeping our line beautiful and pure and accurate and attractive on top of everything else, the harmony that we have, I'm on the top line as a soprano and even as a mezzo-soprano, we have to make sure the harmony is so accurate that it resonates naturally. There are some parts where the nuances go louder and softer, the attractiveness of it. In the level of nuances can vary, it depends. Different performers will bring up different nuances of the duet.
So how was it singing it together as a duet? Like, what was it about each other that you felt, helped build, help make it better?
Interestingly, me and Yifan, we have been working a long time.
Yeah.
So this is not the first time we sing
Yeah,
together. So
yeah.
the chemistry and the cooperation is there. We have got quite consistent idea on what to present, and we of course have to work it out. It doesn't happen automatically. We have rehearsals and keep working towards our goal. Yeah.
And it's in French, as you say.
Yes,
So
it is in French.
How did you practice that, the language?
We do have to know the translation of the text word for word, yeah, and then we try to digest it, process it, and we also get coach on our diction as well, on the clarity and the accuracy in pronunciation. That's right.
All to help make the performance better.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, yes, we are not French native speaker, but you will have to do enough work to sound convincing enough to present the music. Yeah. So
Cindy and Shue, you also you performed in Voyage, right?
Yeah.
Which is also opera.
It's a choir.
yeah.
It's a choir?
Yeah, choir.
Okay.
Traditional choral singing,
Right.
and then the second half we were doing more a folk song, and so there's Malay folk song, Chinese, and we even got like local composers to arrange and compose original compositions for us, and then he actually wrote something in Ibanese, so it's quite something that we would like to bring out. Is like the color of Malaysia. Yeah, so that is quite like a highlight of our voyage. Yeah, 2022.
Okay, how were the songs chosen?
Actually, the first part is for the competition. We went to the
Cantarut
Yeah.
in Netherlands. It's
Yeah.
a choral festival, like competition and so on. Yeah.
and the second half. Also, some of the pieces is for the competition, but actually, because in the competition, only our team, our choir, is from Asia. So yeah, so we try to bring out the Malaysia style of music and also the Asian music to the Europe. Yeah.
And how did you get involved in this competition?
We do the audition in last year.
Yeah, the year before,
Yeah.
so 2022, we did the audition, and then the competition was in 23 in May. So so we had a voyage in April. So it's sort of like a
Trial.
Yeah, like a pre-showcase to the Malaysian audience that what are we bringing out to the world. Yeah.
Okay. So when you are singing as a choir, right, what are the techniques of singing that you employ? Would it be more classical?
Yeah,
singing?
yeah.
Definitely more
Yeah.
classical.
How do you incorporate the traditional, like how you said you sang Malaysian songs? So how did you like fit that into your style of singing?
Definitely, what we have is because not all of our members are classically trained. Maybe they know a little bit. Some of them maybe they like singing. Then they come. They're not a classical singer, so they come in and then so what we want in choir is we want the effect. We want so modern pieces. We want to make a sound effect like maybe sound of a bird or like a sound of a wind, something like that. So we try to get the effect. So we
Choir?
Yeah, as a choir. So the techniques is of course is better that you have, but the more important thing is the effect that we create.
Talking about performing arts as a whole, right, and as vocalists, what is the best piece of advice that you could give to an up and coming vocalist or somebody who's just starting out? One piece of advice.
Never stop practicing.
And of course, trust the process. Always, practice. Sometimes not every day is a sunshine. All right, so trust the process of like, all your practices, all your everything that you've learned.
Yeah.
Cari cikgu yang betul.
Cari macam mana tu?
Zaman sekarang pun YouTube pun ada banyak video-video exercise and learning semua kan. Macam mana? Dan mungkin pergi ke sekolah muzik untuk belajar. Mungkin ada kawan-kawan yang dah pernah masuk belajar, boleh tanya macam mana basic punya itulah singingnya.
Do you think kalau the videos like kata on YouTube ke apa, is it helpful?
Membantu sebab kebanyakannya sama je. Cara untuk warm up, cara untuk bernyanyi. Saya rasa warm up exercise tu semua kebanyakannya sama je semua.
What is something that you need to be aware of though? Like if you are like a novice who has never, taken a vocal lesson before, and you following the video kan, what is it that you need to look out for? Something that you don't. Basically, what I'm saying is like you don't want to get bad habits kan. So how do you?
I think it's the logic of human voice with the breath control, the connection with the body, how to use the body instruments appropriate in an appropriate way. Yeah.
Because after a while, if you use it incorrectly, then you will feel the
Betul.
effect. You will feel it. You will start to have,
Yeah.
discomfort. You might lose your voice for a few days. Then you know your instrument is not working properly.
So you know that the method
It's
is
wrong.
It's
wrong.
not for you.
Okay, right. So coming back to opera, how do you think opera is important to the Malaysian audience?
Well, it is a Western culture, definitely, and the whole opera, the way it is written, is based on Western classical music.
Yeah, but music is universal language.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, it is something that we don't have here, but something definitely interesting and worth finding out because it incorporates so many things in opera. There is drama, there is genius musical writing, the way it is written from the beginning till the end by all the composers in the classical period, not just classical period, but classical composers are wonderfully written. And then there is appreciation of different languages Yeah, even though it is written in European languages like Italian or French or German, sometimes they take storyline or plot from fairy tale, folk tale from different countries like from China, from India. Yeah, they will do that, and you will hear all these Oriental elements in their writing. So it's not just Western, but of course the way it is being sung, traditionally it's been out Western classical singing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to bring out the really beautiful side of opera. Like, you know, the music, the whole orchestra itself is very full. And then at the same time, you get to listen to different character and different voices, how they translate the storyline, you know, into emotion. Yeah, so it's like really beautiful. And together with lighting, you know, like everything, costumes, when everything put together, it's very, for me, it's really...
It's a whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full experience. And
Yes,
it would be enriching to anybody, you would
Yes,
say.
of course, provided if you do a little bit of homework, you know, maybe if you know the storyline of the opera before going, then perhaps it could optimize your enjoyment of watching opera. Yeah, rather than, you know, thinking that, I won't understand what they are singing or talking about. Yeah, let the music speak to you.
How do you define success in performing arts? Is it through awards or recognitions, or how many followers you have?
What I'd like to do, then I do think that is successful. Of course, if I can, you know, earn a lot of money, there's also about being a successful arts practitioner in Malaysia. It's hard, it's not easy. Every day we scramble and we go practice and we think about the time spent and we think about how much ticket sales can we make, or is this going to be covered financially? I think all of us that are practicing arts has to also have a lot of roles in our brain. As much as we want to be artistic, we can't stick ourselves there in the room, and we have to think about other more realistic options of how to move on. Yeah. And I think if we are able to support each other as a community and forgo our differences and, you know, nurture a great environment, I also think that that's a benchmark to being a successful artist.
Yeah.
For me, I think let other people touch by heart. Yeah, this is the success of performing arts. Because if you're touched by something that maybe it's not that familiar with you, you will try to get know about that thing more. So the touch is the first thing that in your heart. Yeah, because I remember the first time I cried in a concert is in Spain. It's a choral concert. The first phrasing that they sing, I cry. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that one.
What was it about it that, you know, touched you, affected you?
The sound. Their sound. It's a Korean choir, and they singing Alleluia, I think, is it? Alleluia. And because the first phrasing they sang is like the sound of angel, so it's so touching, and I cry, So that's why I feel like I love choir, I love choral, it's because of that.
That is it. I mean, that is a measure of success. Money is great, but you know, to affect somebody or touch somebody, or
Yeah.
How long have you been practicing?
Actually, I graduated in Taiwan, majoring in piano. So I learned piano like when I was 10. So now I'm 29. So actually it's like 19 years of practicing. And I joined choir since I was like 13. Yeah, so actually it's a very long time for me to get in, the choir and the performings. Yeah.
And you've been part of this group since then?
Yeah, since I was 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Lynn, what about you?
Me, I've only been doing this full time, 7-8 years. But I've been in touch with music since I was a kid. I was a choir girl too. Sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, and then I went to choir kebangsaan. Choir really stands a special place in my heart because of the sound of a group of what human beings can do. But anyway, and then I went to do other things. I'm a broadcast student, and that's where I got like behind the scenes and front of cam experiences. And I never knew that it would all lay out like that. I just feel so driven to be involved in performing. yeah, that's me.
Singing classically, I think it's over 20 years. So I think that shows my age. Thank you. Thank you. But I've been learning piano since the age of 5. So that helps a lot. And I also have some choral experience along the way in high school as well and in university. And then I move on to become a classical soloist.
So I've been same thing, choir as a kid. So I joined choir, and then in high school I sort of stopped, and I stopped all music classes like piano. I stopped everything.
Why?
Maybe because high school time, you're kind of like, you want to be the bad, like rebel, yeah. So I don't want this, I don't want that, and then after entering college, only I joined back to this choir, BOH choir, and that's when I started more music stuff. Yeah, but me myself, I'm actually an interior architecture student. Like I graduated in that, and then so. Same goes to like our choir. Most of our members are all other professions. So we have architects, accountants, any other thing. But everyone just loves singing. So everyone comes every weekend or weekday nights to rehearse together. Yeah. So for me, maybe I would say I'm in this choir maybe just 10 years, 10, 11 years. Yeah.
For me, about 12 years. I mean, for this performing, really perform on stage, so about 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So, but before that, were you involved in music?
Yeah, same story. We all learn piano since young.
It's a very important first instrument. Very important first instrument.
Okay, why the piano?
It's from piano that you can move on to others easily. Then you will have the basic in notation, discipline
for so many years. Yeah, and then I actually graduated as a piano major in my degree program. But towards my graduation year, I think, I start to feel really curious about classical singing. Yeah, so from there, I started to attend a lot of workshops and then master classes.
So what, not many people go from the to study it, and graduate. Yeah, so what
I'm not the children. I'm very, I love to play piano when I was young, before I know singing. After that, I really love singing. After I know how to, it's like a very, very new experience to me when I watch somebody sing on stage, like, oh, without mic, wow, wow, yeah.
That is
and
the
that
difference,
is why,
isn't it?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes. Hidi?
Macam saya dah 13-14 tahun macam tu. Start saya masuk belajar, saya ambil diploma in music, majoring in vocal. Then setahun tu wajib untuk ambil classical vocal. Then setahun je, lepas tu saya terus tukar ke modern. Jiwa tu jiwa rock lah. Nyanyi boleh tapi
Right. But how is that? How is the practice different? Like, you know, classical singing and modern.
Bila belajar klasikal tu banyak teknik yang ada dalam klasikal tu kita boleh apply kepada semua jenis lagu. So memang siapa yang nak menyanyi dapat basic klasikal tu memang terbaik lah.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
So, in terms of it being a sustainable career, right? What is your advice? How do you do it?
Us artists in Malaysia, it's quite difficult to just be an artist. So, like many roles, so you work other jobs, and then, yeah, art is what you're passionate about. So, other job pays, and then art is what you spend, I guess.
I do think that, I mean, before I go in full time, I'm also doing other jobs and then go back to art. And then I realized that the other job life doesn't really suit me, although it is something that I like doing. So it is like taking a gamble to go at it. But I do think that experience of working outside of art is so important to bring into the art scene itself. Yeah, because we have, red tapes, we have politics, we have everything. And hence, when we come out of that into the art scene, we do have a set of experience that we can run with when it comes to putting art together. I do think that's very, very important. Yeah. And ultimately, now that I'm doing it full time, I personally have to think like, I can't just do things that I want to do. That's very important. Not everything is my canvas. And sometimes I'm hired to do certain roles, and then I have to know that I cannot put myself in it and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. No, I'm here to serve. What do you want me to do? So it's very important to always not put everything as, oh, my job. This is me. Yeah, I think that took me a while to find out that, no, Lynn, you cannot do it like that. But you have to find a balance to do the things that you really want to do.
So you can't do it like that, or you can't do it like that yet?
I never thought about it like with the yet context, but yeah, like there are so many, if you really do this, like for me, I do this full time and I realize there's actually a lot of opportunities with the people you know. They need talents. It's not that, oh, nobody wants to work with you. No, when you really stream down and you see how you can serve, there's so many ways to go around it. And I think for us artists, we need to be flexible like that. Not only to focus on my vision. We fall into that very easily. Yeah. So if we swap it and see how we can serve in the same time, doing what we want, I think that equilibrium, matching that will be like something that is helpful.
Well, I've been mainly teaching. I've been teaching a lot when I was younger, and then motherhood came, so we will have to balance out between, you're doing what you love, like singing and teaching and family. So yeah, but as they are growing up, then we have to make adjustment from time to time. It's different season all the time, and you will have to make adjustment. If you would like to teach more, then you will have to look for more students. And the thing is, it's not that we teach for the sake of teaching. We do enjoy teaching because it's like a reminder to yourself when you teach and when you share your knowledge and your skill, and you also at the same time wish to help people to have a better understanding and control over their instrument and their voice, promote healthy singing. So we like to do that too. I mean, on top of performing. Yeah.
Can I also butt in and say something? I really, really have high respect for mothers who are performing. It is so hard. It is so hard. So hard. Mothers that are performers, wow, hats off. I do not know how mothers do it. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Really, I think it's a very hard thing to juggle.
Well, we have to like
tag along, you know, they have to tag along with us. Yeah, that's right.
Anything to add?
Yeah, same here. Yeah, but I try to keep myself, you know, still joining a lot of performance, non-stop, because sometimes this is important also for us to master a lot of things, acting, you know, standing in front, you know, memorizing.
Memorizing, oh my gosh.
Memorizing, yes. Yeah, but mainly teaching as well. Yeah.
Cindy?
Oh, I also teaching
Okay.
piano. Yeah. What they are talking about is a reminder for us when we teach someone, and it's I think it's a very good learning process also, because when you're teaching someone, means you are learning also, learning the same thing also. Yeah.
And you're also nurturing talent, right?
Yes,
Nurturing
yes.
interest, nurturing
Yes.
passion. Yeah, I think that's very important, building the community in a different way. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations on your nominations again. That's right. And thank you for watching.